Hey there. Hello? Testing? Okay. Hi. To start with, I think I'm just gonna practice the tracks I practiced last time I did this to just refresh, see if I still remember, and then after one or two times doing that, I'll move on to then trying new tracks. Let's see. I am having to play with Joy-Cons today because apparently the Switch 2 Pro controller just likes to die sometimes without telling you. Okay, well, we're not off to a good start. Okay, that went well. Next, I did Crown City. Let's see. Oh, I needed mushrooms to do this. Ah. I need to change the item distribution. There we go. Okay, let's trick. Okay, that was okay. Heck. No, you know, that wasn't very good. Okay, here's the hard part. Okay. Trick there. What was that? Let me do that again. New. There. Okay. Alright, I guess that's good. I'm gonna... Are you charged? Doesn't look charged. Okay. A lot of practice on Whistle Stop Summit. So... There.
If you see what I did there, if I hit the wall, what I do is I just let myself ride the wall until I'm done. That way I keep going in a straight line. If you trick off that wall, you end up flying to the right, and that's not good. Next up is Whistle Stop Summit, and this one's actually quite difficult with a lot of alternate paths and shortcuts.
I'm gonna just watch this through once.
But if you're starting further back or further left, or it's just lap 2 or 3, you can take this path instead. And this is faster. You want to get onto either one of these rails at the bottom here, and then, you know, trick wherever you're comfortable with. But if you don't know where to trick, just don't trick. And that gives you a single item box while also taking a very fast path. Then this path, of course, very simple, left rail. And as soon as you can, trick to the left here and ride this rail. Then between the paint chips on that pipe, you trick to the right, and then that is the fastest way to take the section, but it does skip an item box. Now, I know some people, especially those who have just started watching Mario Kart World, you watch these rails and you're like, wow, that's so easy. You just go on the rail and then you just start tricking and tricking, and it's so easy. Oh, okay. Yeah, this stuff is very difficult, and the rails definitely do not drive for you. So unless you have practiced specific tricks on rails, do not go for them. Because if you do something like this, your race is just over. And then if you go a little bit too late, you just lost a whole bunch of time. So make sure that you know exactly where you're doing these tricks and that you've practiced them. Because it is very, very risky when you fail a trick. If you don't trick left here early enough, oh, you are off the track again. Now, for this straight rail section, no matter which rail you're coming from, as you trick off the last part of the rail, you can just hold R for a charge jump. And as you trick off the last part of the rail, you can just hold R for a charge jump. And then you can do this little... Now, for this straight rail section, no matter which rail you're coming from, as you trick off the last part of the rail, you can just hold R for a charge jump. And then you can do this little wall jump shortcut. So fun. Trueless shortcuts. So the most important part about this one is to aim for that little patch of grass that's sticking up in the ground when you charge jump. Then just charge jump to the left, and then wall jump, and you should be good. Now this last section is very complex with a lot of options. So the simplest thing you can do is to just get off of the rail, and there's going to be some items right here. So this works, but it's not the fastest. If you instead just continue to ride these rails, then you can actually access some items right here as well. And you can keep doing more tricks wherever you're comfortable with it. But of course, this is a lot harder than it looks to actually hit all of these tricks. Now, if you don't need an item, then I will show you the fastest path you can take here. And just slow-mo the video and rewatch everything I'm doing here, because there is way too much to go over and it takes so much practice. Yeah, there you go. And then there's another mushroom shortcut right here at the bottom. Of course, this path is very difficult, and I will add 2 tips for you if you're struggling. First is you can ride this yellow rail to the end here, and that makes it much easier to get onto this rail. Now here, this is very important. Watch what I do right here. This is really bad. This is the worst thing that can happen if you take that path, is you get stuck on the rails and it puts you on a horrible line. Now, the reason that didn't happen the first time that I did it is when you trick off of the bottom rail and get onto the train tracks, you're probably going to land on the left rail, and you want to get off the left rail as soon as you can. So at this curved section of the left rail, when you're pointing directly at the right rail, this is where you should trick forward. This puts you on the right rail, and now you can get off whenever you want. But there is more to Whistle Stop Summit, because I am in free roam here to show you feather shortcuts. Yeah, you may not think the feather is a very good item just from your own use of it, but once you start learning the feather shortcuts, it can sometimes be one of the best items, because look at this! You just feather on the ground and trick, and you take the biggest shortcut on the track. The feathers are pretty common in free roam from the items, and if you rewind, you get it back, so you can practice this way. And feather shortcuts are super important because you can get the feather in first place while you cannot get mushrooms, so it can be your only way to take shortcuts to gain a lead. And there's another one here as well. In the middle of the pipe here, you right trick, don't trick, feather, and then you make it onto this path. Only way to take shortcuts to gain a lead. And there's another one here as well. In the middle of the pipe here, you right trick, don't trick, feather, and then you make it onto this path, and you get to skip that entire grass shortcut that you would have taken otherwise. So yeah, feather shortcuts, really fun, very useful too, and if you want to learn more, Watson has a video on a whole bunch of feather shortcuts that he discovered. So if you want to go check those out, go ahead. I will show some here that I think are...
Okay. I guess those are not so bad. I'm gonna go like that. There's both of the things you need. Wait. Okay. Okay. That was sort of what I meant to do. Okay, let's see. You have to practice, but let's... No. Alright. No, come on. Okay. Still not sure I'm doing that correctly. It might be this combo, I suppose. Hey, I guess. That's not a terrible line to take either, I don't think. No. It's hard to get off of this rail. I'm just gonna try that feather shortcut. Didn't mean to use the mushroom, but oh well. Let's wait for the train to pass a little. Come on. What? That was close, but it ate my feather, so... Yeah, that is probably better to practice in free roam. Since it won't... It'll give you the feather back in free roam. That works. It's a pretty fast thing. That takes you off of the rail. No. Close. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah. Let me try backing up and doing this. No. I want to be on this rail. That wasn't great, but it worked, I guess. Yeah. That's not really a good feather shortcut. Always attached to the rail. Oh, hello. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that was... I did it perfectly that time. But what did I do differently? Ah, there. Oh. Train took the rail. Yeah, of course it did. It's a train. Okay, I think I know. I have to go further into the off-road than I think I do on that. I did it again. Okay, that seems successful. Oh, hello. Sure, you mean switch? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone, because